9 days of Spyro 3 117% learning complete, officially done, down with the books. But it hasn't been easy going. Guys, I've finally made it through Midday Gardens and Sunrise Springs, and I celebrated by today going through both of those homeworlds back to back like it was a real speed run. And I was hoping to get somewhere in like the 2 hour range to hopefully be something like on pace for sub 4 hours to see if we can get the sub 4 hours in sub 40 days. But unfortunately, I came up a little bit slow. I struggled with some of the tricks like hitting the button in Enchanted Towers, like getting stuck going into Sheila and Sunny Villa, of course, messing up the skateboarding games over and over. So there's a lot of improvement to be made, but at least I have the basic route, the basic blueprint of the first two homeworlds down. And for that, I'm proud of myself. To get through that in a week and a half, I think is pretty admirable, pretty poggers, if I dare say so myself. But I have a long way to go, and so far, I personally don't know if I'm going to be able to get this sub 4 hours in 40 days. I mean, I looked at comparable runs that are just barely under 4 hours, and they exit Midday Gardens around the 1 hour 44, 1 hour 50 mark. And again, I'm at 2:20, so a lot of work to be done. But, I'm hopeful. I'm going to be spending tomorrow working on actually going to a real job. They haven't scheduled me in weeks. So today, the day that you're seeing this video posted, I'm probably at my normal job teaching some kid how to play drums or something. And then after that, I'm going to be at the GDQ Hotfix, which you guys should definitely be watching down below. If you're not familiar, it's the sort of events that Games Done Quick does in between their big events like AGDQ, SGDQ. So I'm going to be racing Toasted Cat in 120% tonight, as of the time of this video being posted. Check out the link down below to GDQ's Twitch channel if you haven't seen already. It's at 10 p.m. EST. A little late, but it should be good for the European homies out there who are watching. And yeah, so today is going to be kind of like my rest day to kind of simmer on all of this stuff with Midday Gardens, Sunrise Springs. And I guess the real question is, how am I feeling? Like, is it still fun? I was definitely having a lot of fun after my first update coming out of Sunrise. And I was just like, yeah, like it's good. I'm hopeful. And I still have hope, but it's starting to get a little frustrating, a little tedious. It's a little bit like the reality is setting in. With each new level I learn, it becomes more and more like, damn, like I got to put in a lot of hours practicing little minute jumps and tricks, and underwater movement is so awkward in Spyro 3. It's as well as a lot of the mini games, the speedways, not to mention to actually do some of the optimal strats in some of these levels is completely ridiculous. And so I find myself simplifying things. And as I do that for more and more levels, I start to kind of build like a latent frustration of like, man, when am I going to actually like be good, But obviously you can't rush perfection. I'm, as you guys know, a bit of a perfectionist with my speed running. And so it's been, I guess, relieving and sort of liberating to take a mindset that's just like, okay, it's fine to suck, and I'm just going to suck my way through this and learn something new every day. And that's sort of been my attitude. So, but it does wear on you mentally. And I'm starting to feel kind of the starting feelings of that mental degradation slightly. It has been a week and a half of me just watching Nitroff's world record until, and then, okay, watch that for a minute, and then do it in the game, and then, okay, now he's doing something that I don't understand. Now let me ask my stoned ass chat that has no idea, and let me watch another video, and and so it's just like it's just a little mind numbing is how I describe it. But I'm still having fun overall. I'm still continuing with this learning. I don't feel like burnt out by it too much yet. I think by the time I get to the end of Evening Lake, I think things are going to set in a little bit more. That it's just like there's probably going to be even more crazy strats that I'm not getting or whatever, and it's just tough. And right now, it doesn't look super bright that I'm going to be able to actually complete this challenge, the sub 4 hours in 40 days. But there's still a lot of time left to go. We're basically a quarter through the challenge at this point. We're on day 10 as of the time of this video. And there's a lot left to go. A lot can happen in this time. But, I'm going to say it like this. Even if I don't beat the challenge, like even if I get sub 5 hours or I get close to 4 hours but don't quite beat it, dude, I'll still be super proud of myself. And I think there's a lot to be proud of already just to make it this far in a week and a half, being pretty comfortable with the first two homeworlds. Of course, like I said, there's still a lot of work to be done, but having something resembling the optimal routes for all these levels, I think is pretty impressive, honestly. Even if my movement is still scuffed and it doesn't feel natural yet, like to actually just get around the game. it's coming together slowly and surely, and it's just like all getting better at anything. It just takes so much time, and you just can't really see the progress as it's happening. So it is a little frustrating, but I am still overall having fun with the process, and I'm sticking to it. I just want to reiterate that, like, going back to 120% today, I did a little D-Rust run to get ready for this GDQ thing that's happening today. And man, like, I would have thought that coming back to 120%, like my pride and joy, my favorite category, right? That it would be so much more satisfying and relieving, like when I came back to it after grinding Spyro 2 for like a month. And I remember that feeling of, oh, finally, I can just play the game the way I want. And I didn't feel that this time. I felt like I was back in this familiar autopilot zone. It was nice to hit certain like hard strats first try that I know many people struggle with, you know. So it was nice to not be a total noob at a Spyro game, but it didn't really quite have that same level of relief. And I think that indicated to me that I'm really starting to feel ready to move on from that game. And it's kind of a powerful thing for me because, again, I've been speedrunning this one category of this one game for a decade, and it's taken this entire time for me to really feel ready to move on, to actually get a PB that I'm happy with and grind it out. And it's been a long time coming, and it's kind of surreal to feel that feeling of moving on, settling in. And to that end, you know, going to my real job, you know, and putting in like a 6-hour work day. Like, again, when you're watching this video, I'll probably be at work or something. It is surreal to have accomplished like these kind of goals that I set for myself at the beginning of 2023. As humble as they are, it's not like I'm like famous on Twitch or I have like a big time job or that this GDQ hotfix is like a super big deal. But they're like little wins and little things that keep me busy. And I don't think any of it would be possible without the support from you guys. I do want to point out that we have fallen well back under 1,000 Twitch subs. It's been exactly a month after my world record, so. If you want to support me, now is the time to do it. You know, pop into my Twitch channel, gift a sub, whatever, or even leave a super thanks down below if you've been following with my journey. If not, no biggie. All I can say is thanks for following along, and we're going to keep trucking along this Spyro 3 117 journey. Thank you for watching. My name's Dayoman, and chuggers in the chat. Type a letter F in the comments for a fantastic run. Not for like the rip F, but like fantastic vibes and comfy chats, you know? Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Damn.